So the question is there a bias in the search engines? If you look here, when Trump had said he doesn't know anything about Wikileaks, that, made it in the news, notice this refers to that. This does look interesting, this article. I used to read the New York Times a lot when I was younger. I did the whole fold thing, reading up and down the paper on the subway in New York. Trump in 2016, I love WikiLeaks. Trump now, I know nothing. Okay, CNN. Trump's praise for WikiLeaks leaves Republicans. 5 times Trump praised WikiLeaks, so 6 days ago. Ignoring his record, Trump pretends. Okay, Trump today, I know nothing. Donald Trump, no comment. Julian Assange says WikiLeaks, not my. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's I love WikiLeaks. Hate those pop-up things. I know nothing, right? Let's review. Trump was joking about loving WikiLeaks, Sarah Sanders says, and Trump, I know nothing about WikiLeaks. So the entire page, except for this, moral complexities, when searching Trump WikiLeaks, is about his comment, he doesn't know it, and his old comments mentioning WikiLeaks. I'm not saying he said he knew them, but he certainly did mention WikiLeaks a lot of times, and I don't blame him, to be honest. All right, let's look at Gibiru. Trump dodges questions on Mueller tax returns, WikiLeaks. Takes a closer look at the president resisting calls for leaks. So this is apparently a video about different stuff. What's known about Trump, WikiLeaks, and Russia? All right, so that's not the I know nothing. This is actually looks like an article that has some other content beside just that. Yeah, you can see here that the article is not just I hate WikiLeaks, I love WikiLeaks. How the Trump administration stepped up pursuit. How does Donald Trump spoke about? Okay, now we're getting to some of these recent things. The Assange president, the threat to media, that that looks like a pro WikiLeaks thing. DefendWikiLeaks.org. Actually, Gibiru looks much more balanced than Google does in this case. Google looks very left-leaning. It was a lot of the left position was to really pounce on Trump's statement regarding not knowing them and his earlier mentionings of WikiLeaks. Why it matters if Trump knew about Stone's how Donald Trump feels about WikiLeaks, a timeline. That's a nice idea. March 8th, 2017. Interesting. Does Trump still love WikiLeaks or what? BBC, that's overseas. Nice to see that it's not just American articles. 5 times Trump praised WikiLeaks. AP fact check, Trump knew WikiLeaks until he didn't. 4 days ago. Trump today, I know nothing about WikiLeaks. Trump in 2016. Okay. So some of these are left, and some of these are pro-WikiLeaks, it looks like, and there's far more balanced articles here. Trump was joking about Cohen. Trump had advance notice on WikiLeaks email release. Pence's defense of Trump's WikiLeaks comments. Trump and WikiLeaks. Did Trump receive heads up about Clinton? Why is Assange helping Trump? 2016. after, let's see, is there a date on this page? Yeah, October 19th, 2016. So I would say that this is a little far more balanced than this. To give them credit, I did research Trump Wikileaks, and let's see if reloading the page changes the results. NBC, The Independent, and The Independent. Okay. So it did change a little bit, but I still see all these know nothing about WikiLeaks. So I would say that Google has really been too narrow on this particular search. And I would say that the left is more likely to trounce on what Trump says than the right. So I would argue there's a definite bias here. One other thing that might be interesting, let's put the calculator up. I want to show you something. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 articles here. Okay. How many articles total does it say Google has? 65 million. 65,400,000 articles, and I'm telling you, they can't all be bad, and you got 12 on the front page. So they put over 6.5 million articles after the front page. Obviously, Gibiru showed that other stuff could have been chosen. I mean, some of these pages probably aren't safe, and I'm perfectly glad for Google eliminating pages that aren't, might not be safe to go to. But I think you will agree that if you roll a die 6, you're not going to keep on getting ones. And if you got 6.5 million, you probably got quite a bit more than I Love WikiLeaks as potentially good articles on the connection between Trump and WikiLeaks. So what does this mean? Well, with 6.5 million, every search engine is going to have to make a choice on what they're going to, what 12 or whatever articles they're going to put on the front page. No matter what you do, there's going to be a bias. So you know Google is biased, and you know Gibiru must have some kind of bias. And they're suddenly putting these ads up at the top, right? So how do you deal with this? Well, number one, everybody should know that there's multiple pages you can select for both Gibiru and for Google. By the way, I did go to DuckDuckGo, and the I Know Nothing About WikiLeaks actually was on the first page of DuckDuckGo too. So actually in this particular search, Gibiru actually had the more balanced result. So, and they're all going to be biased, and they all will have several pages while you have to scroll down on DuckDuckGo. For Google, you can click on the pages down here. So the first suggestion is that you use different search engines. If you want conservative search engines, you can search Google. You can search DuckDuckGo. I actually got a better result with Google for finding search engines, I thought, for the first choice than DuckDuckGo's first choice. So I think you start with Gibiru, DuckDuckGo, and Google, and understand that they're all going to have some bias with this number, and you're just going to have to work from there. Here, so yeah, if you go to this, you go down and you see it lists search encrypt, Start page, which is I think is based off of Google. Gibiru's up there. And then you have Swiss cows. And, you know, and then you try Trump Wikileaks in one of those other search engines. And you'll get some different results. So that's an introduction to not only the fact that every search engine must have a bias because they have to narrow down millions of results to just a couple on the front page, to use a variety of search engines, go through the pages on the search engines. And thank you for watching. I'll try and make more of these. Have a good day.